topic we are having at our disposal today, we start from our broad topic, which is mind shift. Mind shift. Mind shift. I believe everybody understand what they call mind. Your mind is the powerhouse that controls your life. Your mind is the powerhouse that controls your life. You will never change your action until you change your mind. You will never change your action until you change your mind. What is mind? Mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware. Mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences. Mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel. Mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel, full stop, to think and to have feelings. Mind is the faculty of consciousness and thought. Mind is the faculty of consciousness and thought. A lot of thoughts run through our minds. It is a person's ability to think and reason. Mind is a person's ability to think and reason. Great men throughout history have had many different philosophies of life. Great men throughout history have had many different philosophies of life. But all agree on the fact that success is a direct result of your thinking. Success is what? It's a direct result of your thinking. You can never grow beyond your thinking. You can't prosper than your thinking. You can't make it beyond your thinking. If you think negative things will begin to happen to you. If you think positive, absolutely positive things will begin to happen to you. And we become what we think. What do I say? Whatever you think, you become. What you have can easily be traced back to your thoughts yesterday. What you have today can easily be traced to your thoughts yesterday and what you will be tomorrow. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to do this, I want to do that, comments from your mind. And let me tell you this. I've seen a lot of unfulfilled doctors. I've seen a lot of unfulfilled lawyers. Why? The parent thought by forcing them to become a professional, doctors, lawyer, not that they have passion for it, that they will become somebody like. But it's most unfortunate that to become doctor does not emanate from their mind. They were forced doing it, so they don't have passion for it. So you now discover that eventually they won't be able to perform well. Are you getting me now? A lot of youth today are looking for a job because of their mindset. Why are they looking for a job? Because everybody has the kind of mindset that as soon as I graduate from the university, I must get what? Government job. So by the time some people even got job, when it is not government owned, they will still be telling you, I've not gotten job. Mindset. Somebody shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Are you getting me now? Yes. Mindset. I want to believe by the time I finish this program, we will transform generation. I want to believe by the end of this program, somebody understanding will be clearly open.
Amen.
And you will be able to pinpoint of what you come to this world to do. One of the most tragic things that can happen to you in life is that you don't know why you are here. You don't know your purpose. It's a disaster. It's horrible. It's terrible. One of the most horrible things that can happen to somebody in life is to be asking, what should I do? You don't know what to do. You don't know the next step to take. And that is why in Nigeria you see us praying, fasting, going to churches, going to mountains, but no results. Have you ever taken your time to ask yourself, why are we so much praying like this and there's no results? Every success and failure begins from the mind. Every success and failure starts from where? From your mind. Most time I used to ask people, this examination you just written, have you passed? He said the result has not come out. Already I know the person has failed. While if you pass an examination even before the result comes out, as somebody that did well, you will know. Because most of the intelligence, what they did after the examination was, they will go and check the question together with what they have been taught, and they will now cross-check to know how well they performed. But it's very unfortunate today that most of the certificates we have, I'm not a graduate, most of us cannot defend that certificate. Every success and failure come from where? Mind. All right. All our limitations are in our minds. All our limitations. I cannot do it. I cannot make it. It emanates from our minds. What you feed your brain with will determine what your mind will produce. What you feed your brain with will determine what your mind will produce. That's why you must be mindful of what you feed your brain with, because whatever the brain conceives, the mind will think. And whatever you think will become your action. Before you come to this place today, something came to your brain, and from the brain you think about it, and after thinking very well about it, your body started putting it into action. Because that mind cannot just travel from your house to this place. Before you get to this place, like a plane, you know when you want to board a plane, they run it to navigate the journey. Before the plane starts moving, they will navigate how the plane will move to the final destination before you take off. And that's how our minds work. Before you say, I want to go and eat, at where? You must have conceived it within your heart. By the time you now think about it, as a ya, obìnrin tó tayọ lọ́nà ìkẹrẹ́ ni, ọ̀dọ̀ ya kíni? Ọ̀dọ̀ ya mẹ́jì mo ti fẹ́ lọ jẹ yẹn. Kó o tó kú olè lọ́dọ̀ ya mẹ́jì ó ti rò nínú ọkàn. Church wo ni màá ti worship lónìí o, CAC ọlọ́gbọ́n yọ ni mo fẹ́ lọ. Kó o tó kú olè ó ti dé ọlọ́gbọ́n yọ. From where? From your mind. No, I need to get out of this country. I have to travel to where? America. Ìyẹn ló máa push ẹ láti lọ gba international passport. Ìyẹn ló máa push ẹ láti sọ pé mo fẹ́ lọ gba visa. So everything in life after God start from where? From the mind. So until you get to know this thing, you may not go find life. All right. Dr. Nomavi Sempe said, if you think in negative times, you will get negative results. If you think in negative terms, T-E-R-M-S, terms, you will get negative results. Yet, if you could think in positive terms, you will achieve positive results. Whatever you desire of becoming in life is possible. If you train your mind to think absolutely positive. Every form of creation begins first in the mind. Before God created heaven and earth, it started from the heart. It started from his mind. I want to create sun. I want to create moon. I want to create star. I want to create land. I want to create seas. It conceived it from his mind. Then later on, he started bringing it out one after the other. So every form of creation begins first in the mind. engaging myself in various building projects, exposed the engineers, the architects, and all sorts of people that join hands to build us. To me, and I will start from the architect. Before an architect will design a house, what do? They sit down first to think in their minds. They dream of a house before they put it down in pencil. For instance, I was traveling from Abuja, and I invited an architect to meet me at Akure Airport. And I said, architect, can you just give me a design of a kind of church? I have not conceived anything, but can you give me a design of a church? And he said, no problem. I told another architect in Abuja, and they came with two designs. Somebody said, Ark of Noah. He designed a church in form of Ark of Noah. Somebody came and said, Flying Angel. And I said, explain to me. And they started explaining. By the time they explained, one was able to convince me that this my design is actually divine. Look at that. He said, I didn't just put this thing down. He said, I receive it. I said, you receive it. He said, Holy Spirit, give me this design, architect. And you know what? I said, okay, let's go and have meeting with my headers and deaconess. And we came to the church here to have meeting. By the time everybody started telling us what they received concerning the design, we were able to be convinced about the man that said, God told me this is the design. And we agreed to take the Flying Angel. And that is what you are putting in that place now. All right? It does not end there. By the time we want to put it now to practice, we now discover that all the designs is not correct. We have to cut some, we have to add some. And when I heard, he said, nobody is Mr. Perfect. You just conceive it, you put it on ground, and we now begin to form it until it comes to reality. And I said, wow, very good. It means nobody can succeed alone. If any country will grow, if any church will develop, if any family will enjoy each other as an husband and wife and the children, if you personally will enjoy your life and serve, the first thing you do is to work seriously on your mindset. Because your thought control your life. Tell somebody beside you that your thought controls your life. I have a kind of mindset that instead of running to a developed country or developing country, why can't we develop where we are? To a taste that we are looking at over there. I've been to over 20 countries. I've seen a lot of things, and I discovered that it is the same human being like me that is living there. All what they did was they worked on their mindset that we will not do this. I was in Dubai this year, was it? Yeah, this year. That was the last country I went this year. I was in Mauritius in January. I was in Dubai, I think in March, February to March. In Dubai, it's a law that you can't enter public vehicle and eat biscuit inside. Olómi tútù. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Laka. Kò sí tó ń jẹ́ laka. Because it is not allowed to drink or eat in a public vehicle. Why? You will dirty our country. Listen. In Dubai, if you split, camera will snap you, they will arrest you. So it means in Dubai they don't need to pray again before they know how to do the right thing. What they did was they work on the mindset of their citizen. That if you do this, law will catch you. So everybody is behaving well. That's why you can't see Yahoo boys mostly in Dubai. Because within a short while they'll get there. They'll get there. They have sound intelligence. I was traveling from Dera to their desert. And I got to say I was so thirsty. And the guy just drove all of us to somewhere and said, if you want to drink anything, drink. And I said, this thing is too much for me. Get me an orange, blend orange, fruit. And I said, hey, young man, you'll be arrested. It's not allowed. If you want to drink anything, drink finish and drop everything in the dustbin here. If I didn't tell you, they will arrest me too. That why did I allow you? Mindset. My brother, they are Muslims. But they follow the law and things are working for them. And all of us want to go to Dubai as if that is the paradise. Most of us, our mindset has been so dirty to the extent that even in our own house, we litter our house by ourselves. We just pure water, we jọra sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì ibi tó sùnmọ́jú kò lè tẹ́. Wà wá lọ lóyìnbó tó yẹ pé bó ṣe ń tọ̀ tán ni wọ́n ń fọ̀. Kì í ṣe pé weekend làwọn fọ tọ́lẹ̀tì bí ibòmí gan wọ̀nyí fọ̀ ẹ́ mọ́tẹ́ẹ̀dì. And whether somebody is forcing you to wash your toilet or not, we all know that the females have an open where germs can easily penetrate. By the time you say, "Mi ò ní jókòó sórí ẹ̀, màá kàn rọra latan," bó ṣe latan yẹn náà ni germs yọra ṣe kíni, and they will now say you have toilet disease. What causes toilet disease? You. Who caused toilet disease? You. What caused you to urinate, finish, and clean up immediately? And your should one disease in your. So most of the thing we blame Satan for is actually our fault. Why? Our mindset is so bad. A good leader will think about the next generation. A bad leader will think about position and what we get now. That is what is happening to us in Nigeria. Nobody is ready to make any sacrifice for the next generation. They are destroying everything. And the system of government in Nigeria today have collapsed our future. If you don't know, there is no future here anymore. Unless you work on your mindset, on your mind. By the time you now work on your mind and you come up with something, people will be looking at you as an angel in the midst of a lot of people. I want to believe after this lecture, you will be a generational transformer. Amen. You will do something that is difficult to forget. Impact on people. My brothers, you can make it here than any other country in the world. I'm telling you the truth. But the system is bad. All right. You can't get far in life if you don't use your head. You cannot get far in life if you what? If you don't use your head. To do that, you have to be a genius. I mean, you just have to use the mind God has given you. You can't get far in life if you don't use your head. If I'm saying your head, it means your brain. To do that, you don't have to be a genius. You just have to use the mind God has given you. Let me quickly now give you 12 steps to work on your mind. 12 steps to work on your mind. 12 steps to work on your mind. Number 1, see all things possible with God. See all things possible with God. Luke chapter 1 verse 37. The Bible says, this is difficult for men, but with God, all things are possible. See all things possible with God. I remember vividly last year, I called the elders and deaconess, the Olori Ebis of this church, and I said, these are the things we want to do. And I said, by the grace of God, we will do this. We will renovate my office. We will make the school okay. We will do the foundation of the church and start building a big auditorium. We shall demolish the former auditorium and we upgrade our hospital in the year 2020. And by the grace of God, we will fence our land. Part of our budget is to get a new generator and get a bus. And I knew most of them will look at me and say, woman, what did they? See, I don't have a dime to do that. I don't have cover to do that. But I believe with God, all things, not 100 things, not 200 things, not 300 things, but how many? All. This is one of those things that is one of the areas we visit in life, because at times you ask yourself, can I do it? Listen to me. By the time a leader of an organization says we can't do it, no followers can do it, because everybody believes in the leadership. Once the leader say, like for instance, maybe the authority of Christ Apostle said, I'm doing that because you are familiar with CAC. Said, MOA, headquarters. And you now told the authority that Ibola Atiri. And Nicola Timari, he dare not pay, keep me on the hour church here one area. But let another person come and say, we can actually see this thing here. I'm okay, once the leader pronounce something, it will affect the followers. Because your words, maybe one day, someday, I will still teach you about what comes from your mouth. And whatever is coming out from your mouth emanated from where? From your heart, from your mind. To bá réyàn tó misbehave, gbogbo misbehaving ẹ̀yẹ ibo ló ti kọ́kọ́ conceive ẹ̀ inú ọkàn ó ti bá kọ́kọ́ pàdé bàbá bí èdè kí dáadáa ó lè mọ̀ pé mò ń bínú. Ẹ̀dà kí ló ń ṣe ẹ̀gọ́sà wà á ti mọ̀ pé kíní kan ṣe kíní ó wà ń kú ẹ̀ tó ń gbé bí generator tó fẹ́ paná. If somebody is going to become happy in life, it's from here. And if you want to become sad, it's from here. You can tell me 1,000 things that will make me sad. I will tell you 1,000,000 things that will make me happy. Because happiness is not general, it's personal. You are telling me something that will make me sad, I will run away from you. Because whatever you hear at times control your minds. You have to think about it. So, the first thing you need to do as a transformer of the next generation is to believe that with God, what? All things are possible. Number 2, buy and read books that can help your mind. Buy and read books that can help your mind. Thank God, Pastor, I see you are welcome. I think about 10 years or more ago, myself and Pastor, more than 10 years. I think myself and Pastor, we are passing through old garage, and I saw people selling books with wheelbarrow, and I said, Pastor, let me check this thing. I checked the first book, I took it. I took like 15 books, and I paid for it. And Pastor Isaac said, Baba, kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo òwe yìí? Mo ní ọlọ́dún òwe yìí, kí lẹ fẹ́ fi ṣe? Mo bá kọrin Bàbá Fálétí. Ta ló mọ̀ Bàbá Fálétí? Kò yé ọ, yóò yé ọ lọ́la. Ẹyẹ ò dédé bàrọ̀ lùlé o, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹyẹ ń gbọ́. Àwọn ilé ìwọ̀n kankan tó mọ̀ ṣe. Generation lè ti wọ́n gbé Yorùbá mi. Òyìnbó náà gbé so òyìnbó ẹ̀gbọ́ Yorùbá náà. Praise God. 6 years later, he came back to me and said, Daddy, I saw a book in your office. Please, can I? Money, listen, it is good to read book. There is nothing we are doing now that is new. People have done a lot of great things in the past. A lot of great things. There is nothing you want to do now that is special. At least you will have seen somebody that plied through almost the same way. Why are we having Bible to read today? Some people documented history. Is it only Moses that is existing in his generation? Is it only Abraham? Is it only Middle East history? Does China not exist? Does the UK not exist? Does India not exist? But some people in their terrain put up things that this will be useful for many generations. And today it controls our life. Both Quran and Bible. Because most of our fathers cannot document our traditional institutions here, everything is going. It is not all those things traditional that is evil. We have the best culture in the world. The Yoruba female, we see an elder and kneel down best. I was in Ghana, I think about 5 years ago. Is it 5 or 4 years ago with my kids? And we got, I went by road. I drove myself, and we left. And we started moving. We met a lot of obstacles on the road. But by the time we got to Aflao, which is the boundary of Togo and Ghana, we met immigration officers and customs, who has to document my car. And what do? By the time Adua Kwame and Israel saw them, they are still young. Adua knelt down and Israel prostrated. And they said, no, then we don't do that here. We only prostrate for God. We only need that for God. What is it? I said, that is our culture. This is our tradition. That when a young person sees an elderly person, he knelt down as a female and they may prostrate. And they say, wow, you know what? Everything we need to do with ours, they started doing it for us quickly. They said, I love these people. It means we have a very rich culture, a very rich tradition. All my Yoruba, no man, no Rokia Balaba. Tabitoma Gugado, Shema Shemi Gado. Morisa. Praise God. So if you don't read history, you won't understand how Nigeria becomes Nigeria. The country we call Nigeria today is not Nigeria before. It's not Nigeria before. Nothing like Nigeria. It was a guy, one of our colonial master called Lugard, not Lugard. And the wife of concubine, as history told us, Flora Shaw, that came together and said, let's name this place in Niger area. And of course, what they call Niger in meaning means darkness, dark area. When they got to Lokoja and those riverside, they discovered that it was a deep, dark area. And what are we going to call this place? Let's call it a Niger area. That was how we got to what we call Nigeria today. Dark place. And that's why I said we need to change the name. Because it's really affecting us. Our minds is dark. Everything about us, dark. And when you are in darkness, you are bound to fall. Because you can't see whether there's obstacle on the way or not. A lot of countries in Europe are not as big as Ekiti, but they are developing. A lot of countries in Europe are doing well. I'm telling you, if you study history very well, the Europeans are still coming back to Nigeria. The Americans are still coming back to Nigeria. Why? We have a lot of lands here that can do a lot of things, and we have a lot of resources. They have finished their home. So in the next 50, 100 years, they will have to be relocating back to Africa. History made us to know that. So how can you know history? Go and buy books. Study the history of those that have passed through this place before. That will guide you. I don't know. I think Sokami, we are in Lagos, and I said I want to go and worship at Daystar, the church of Pastor Sam Adeyemi, and we got there, and after the service, I entered into their bookshop, and I said I want to check books. I actually purchased book over 200,000 naira. And by the time I saw that, I finished the whole money in my account to purchase book. Foreign books, our home books here, and before we get to the house that day, I almost finished one book. Because there was a great hold up. Before a week runs, as busy as I am, is if you get to my house, on top of my bed you see what? Beside you see what? At my leg you see what? Because I must G in the midnight. If I don't pray, I have to look for one to read, because I will gain knowledge. But you don't buy books, and you see books around you, you don't care. And me, Yahweh knew we can kika. That mind. And that is why it will belong to the generation of those people that will say, Montikaweko Sisha. When there is a lot of opportunity around us, look at this thing, opportunity. I will go green in Dubai, in the mid Dubai, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Egypt, Jordan, all those Middle East countries, they have rain twice or thrice in a year. That is why Israel, God gave them wisdom and they work on their mindset that no, instead of you waiting for the rain, let us do irrigation. Tẹ́bá Bíbélì ẹ̀ gbọ́ pé Solomon ti ṣe adágún. Inú adágún yẹn náà ti máa channel gbogbo omi tó máa lọ sórí oko wọn. Tó bá ti dọwọ́ àárọ̀, wọ́n á lọ síbẹ̀, wọ́n á ṣí omi, á wẹ̀tì gbogbo nǹkan ọ̀gbìn wọn. Tó bá dìrọ̀lẹ́, wọ́n á lọ ṣí omi, á wẹ̀tì ọ̀gbìn wọn. There is no season in Israel. Pé sísìn ọ̀sán rèé, sísìn àgbálùmọ̀ ni, sísìn ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. No, every time whatever you needed in Israel, fresh, you get it. No lazy guy there. What do? They work on their minds. And meanwhile, when you get to Egypt, you know that it's a cursed land. Meanwhile, when you get to Iran, Iraq, though they put up some little things, but they are still suffering. Why? Mindset. Their mind. The Lord will help us. Amen. Buy and read books that can help your mind. Number 3, temporarily divert your thoughts with another activities. When life gives you a lot of reason to become sad, when life or situation and circumstances around you is giving you a lot of reason to think it is over, please divert your thoughts with another activities. Divert with your thoughts. Don't dwell on those thoughts that tells you it is over, you can't make it, you can't prosper. Ṣé bí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe rí báyìí, ṣáyé ẹ máa dá báyìí, ṣé lè yá ẹni wà máa gbé lọ, ṣé lè bàbá ẹni wà máa gbé lọ. All those things, divert your attention with another activities. Number 4, live a sacrificial life to serve God and others. Listen to me. You will never be remembered by how many cars you have. You will never be remembered by how wealthy you are. You will never be remembered by how much you are having in your bank account. You will never be remembered by how genius you are. There are many genius people, brilliant people that have been forgotten. You will remember by the sacrifice you made on people's and humanity. That is why I am an unrepentant optimist. I don't do things to please people, but I want to make impact. I want to live my life sacrificially. Listen, you want to succeed in life, you want to make it in life, you must live a sacrifice life. Yes, Olare received our ministry on 26 June 1973. Where were you? 1973, 47 years ago. So, and as a son, I said, Mama, we'll celebrate you. You said God said you should thank God, so you don't need to do it in a secret. We will project you. And Kola Tutu said, we will project you. So we met ourselves there, and you know the sacrifice is going to take to travel from Ekiti and meet up with a program in 11. I showed you I want to ambassador at the bed. And we got there, the program commenced, and I was there till evening, till we finished everything. I ensured that I made an impact that will make the mama and those that came to that place happy. Impact. It's not convenient for me. In fact, I went with 2 vehicles. You know how much I'm going to pay for fueling? I can't collect money from mama. And after that, we left the same place for Ile-Ife. After leaving Ile-Ife, we now proceeded to Garage Olode to celebrate another father and support his ministry and make an impact. Let me tell you, in the course of serving sacrificially, you may not know that you are actually promoting yourself. In the course of making impact on the generation you belong to, you will not know that gradually, you are proceeding to the top. Listen, it is not prayer first. When I read my Bible from Genesis, the Bible did not say, God pray. In fact, there's no fasting there. It is not speaking in tongues first. That's why with all our speaking in tongues, we are not producing anything. This generation, we are not ready to sacrifice anything. Let's finish this program now and say, hey, you see people talking about deep. Nobody is ready to sacrifice anything. Everybody is not doing things so that they can get something. Do me, I do you. A lot of people today, especially the youth, they are not ready to live a sacrificial life again. They just want to do something so that they can either praise them or give them something in return. By the time you do not give them something in return, they will revolt. They may not talk, but you see it in their actions. You want to play drum for the church, you collect money. You want to play guitar, under 1 hour, you collect money. You want to play keyboard, you collect money. And have you now noticed that most of them did not grow? Compared to those days, where you do everything sacrificially. And God will use that to say, because you did it in my household, I'm going to promote you. How many times in your street have you moved about in your street and said, let us clean this environment? Nobody's cleaning. Even in your room, you don't clean. And for your wife, ìjọ wáyé gan ẹlòmíì gan ọjọ́ yẹn lọ́jọ́ oorun wọ́n á jí á ní tó bá dín yàrá wá sùn tí ní síta pálọ̀. Nobody is ready. As a show module, and my boss, you can't be with my boss on seat. It's not possible. You will be on standing for longer period. I'm talking about the General Evangel of Christ Apostolic Church, Prophet Ezekiel. You can't be with me on seat. You will be on standing for like 6-7 hours. So you know the fatigue that will take place when you are standing for a longer period. And you know what? I finished my program, I think around past 1. Who followed the program? I think you will sleep. I know by then, that is so. When I finished the program, immediately I descended from the podium. The first call I received from Mama Bolare, he said, I just watched you finish on Dove TV. Money, Dove TV. Garage your Lord anymore. Only they are transmitting what you are doing on Dove TV. Only me, only me, can Jimmy. Mo de to television redeem ìwọ ni mo de tún rí ìwọ mọ ọtún ti forí kore níbẹ̀ ni. My brother, tell me how easy it is to travel from Ibadan one day, leave Ibadan back to Ife, from Ife to Ghana the other day one day, minister all night, no sleep, and wake up again coming to Ekiti and delivering lecture now. Mo ṣáájú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín débi. And you come tomorrow and say, ọlọ́gbọ́n yọ ní lucky. Is that not a luck? Sacrificial life. When I finish now, I'll still have to prepare for tomorrow's service. Attending to people, attending to messages, attending to a lot of things. If you don't train your mind to face this thing, by the time it is easy, my brothers and sisters, to manage poverty than fame. What do I say? Very easy. When there's nothing, you just leave it, nobody will notice you. But by the time you start there coming up, or when you become a star, body. When you become a superstar, great body. This one. Everybody wants you to please them. Everybody wants you to satisfy them. Everybody wants you to give to them. When they don't even know whether you yourself have or not. A lot of superstars you see one day, they don't have. But they don't have the name. And a lot of you young people, you can't manage with that. Is why tell me about the yàrá kan tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá gba 2 bedroom. Wà á rí pé movement yẹn máa yàtọ̀. Pé àwa náà ti ń ṣe kíni. Wà á rí tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá yẹ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ òru máa ń fi rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ á máa kírun. Kìlọ̀ mi after all mo ti gba flat bí jẹ. Ego máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò tí ì débi kankan o. Tẹ́ bá rà àwọn ladies tí ò bá tí ì ní mo máa ń fi yín ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ pé tí sisi ò bá tí ní boyfriend wà á mọ̀ ìdí ni pé kò ní ṣakọ tó bá máa kàtí kí a kò pápá kúrò torí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ ó ń ṣe bọ̀ tó bá ti ní boyfriend tó bá ní lágbájá lọ́bẹ̀ kan ní 3 tètè sọ fún ní 1 torí àwòbí torí àlèpàdé Peter àkùnú àkójú àwọ̀ aṣọ àtúbẹ̀rẹ̀ á ní ṣó fine ṣó ti wò ó ṣó fine ṣé bí jáde ṣó jáde tó bá wá ń lọ tẹ́bárẹ̀ tí ò tí ní boyfriend ó kàn máa lọ normal kò ní kíá because of òfin lánà wá mi bọ̀ ilé tó bá ti ní boyfriend ẹ̀ wà rí tẹ́ wà á rí tẹ́ àṣàgbé lóko kan jáde ṣá. Praise God. Competition kan máa wà láàrin àwọn obìnrin wọ́n máa bèrè ta ló tó sí ṣé o ti ní boyfriend tó bá ti ní mo ní boyfriend òun náà máa yẹ kí ló wá ṣe mí tí mi ò tí ì ní. ẹni tí ò bá tí ì ní yẹn náà ò ní dùn tó bá rí báwọn méjì ẹ ti ń ṣe kí ni because wọ́n máa ń discuss àbí you guys discuss you talk different things by the time discussing lágbájá máa toast mi kí ló ń mean ó lè máa ronú lẹ́yìn pé kò ṣe dé mi ló toast ṣé mi ò dá tó ni. Gradually from there you started seeing changes. ìyẹn náà wọ́n máa wà forced láti look for somebody náà tó náà lè sọ pé lágbájá náà ti èmi náà ti ní boyfriend. By the time they are not discussing eléyìí tí ò tí ní boyfriend náà wọ́n á máa bà nínú jẹ́. Is it not practical? wọ́n máa bà ìyẹn náà máa ronú pé àjọ ò lèmi náà ní boyfriend. eléyìí tó bá wá mọ́ ọjọ́ wedding tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tí mindset tí ò dáa ó máa bà gbogbo ẹni tí ò tí mọ̀jọ́ yẹn nínú jẹ́. This is practical. I don't know if you get what I'm talking. Torí gbogbo nǹkan ló máa fi intimidate gbogbo àwọn tí ò tí ní ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ yẹn. Except if the person have work. It is natural. But by the time you work on your mindset, you see yourself as nothing. You see whatever comes your way as grace of God, and you don't use it to intimidate or oppress anybody. We have different time to shine. You shine today, I may shine by you tomorrow. My brother, I've seen a lot of things practically in life that give me lesson. Somebody purchased beautiful car today, the latest, and you don't have. But by the time your God come after 5 years, and his own car don't go, you do, and you are now coming up with latest one, and they will now begin to look at you. Hey, there are many times I will be traveling, and I will see some people. I will say, drive back, please go and pick that person. Why? When I don't have anything, those people pick me. I'm ready Okay, all right. Let's check what the Bible says about this sacrificial life. If you want to become leaders, if you want to become generational transformer, if you want to become a great person in life, you must live a sacrificial life to serve God and woo others. Lay down your life for others to succeed. All your work remains nothing later, but the sacrifice you make will never be forgotten. In the book of Matthew chapter 20 verse 20 downward, the mother of the two sons of Zebedee came to Jesus and I said, Baba, I want my two children, one to be at your right side and second to be at your left side. Back in lane at the back edge. First calabash and second calabash. And what the Bible says, verse 21, Jesus said, you don't know what you are asking for. You don't know. If you know, you will know that this thing we are talking about entails a lot of sacrifices. And in Yoruba version says something, I don't know if you are reading your Bible. Only share I want to say what they money no agotino amo. Can they pass through all this I'm passing through? That can they succeed? That can they sacrifice all this I'm sacrificing? Jesus will not sleep. He will teach in the afternoon, go to the mountain in the night, pray in the morning, start teaching again the day. Moving about, doing signs and wonders. How many of you can sacrifice those things? You know what? Jesus said, can you drink in this cup of mine? What does that? What was Jesus trying to say? Ìnira tí mo máa là kọjá sí òrùka ọmọ ẹ̀ lágbára ẹ̀. Bó ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì máa là nira kọjá só máa tó tèmi. Jésù wá sọ wọn pé nígbà táwọn ọmọ ẹ̀yìn tó kú wá dé tán wá gbọ́ pé ìyá ẹnìkan wá tó wá sọ pé kẹ́nìkan jẹ́ first calabash, kẹ́nìkan jẹ́ second calabash, wọ́n wá bínú. Study that place very well. I don't want to take your time, but it's in the Bible. Matthew 20 from verse 20 downward. The Bible says, Jesus told them and said, whoever wants to be leader among you must become what? Servants. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ orí, á jẹ́ àsìn. I don't know if you could get that, please for me and read out in the Bible. Whoever among you that want to lead, that want to be first calabash and second calabash, what you need to do is to sacrificially do what? Serve.
And whosoever will be the chief among you,
whoever wants to be the head among you,
let him be your servant.
You must be servants. It is very unfortunate in Nigeria today that those people that are supposed to serve us are actually making us, swallowing everything, destroying the system, collapsing the future of the generation yet unborn. That's why few of us that know what is happening will never be happy with them. Swindling us, destroying destinies. And in the book of John chapter 13, John chapter 13, the Bible says after they have finished the communion, Jesus put his girdle at his side and started washing the leg of his disciples. Service. Jesus was washing the legs of the disciples, and he will wash it, finish, and clean it up. And he got to Peter. Peter said, Father, you are a big person. You are our leader. Rabbi, you cannot wash my leg. How can I allow you to be washing my leg? And Jesus said, if I don't wash you, you won't get there. And he said, please wash me from head. Wash my body. Wash my back. Wash everything. And I thought Jesus washed him from the head. That was why at the end of the day, he was the leader of the whole disciples. You want to be served, you must first serve. If you can't serve, you can't be served. Leadership is service. What do I say? Service to humanity. Number 5 now. Identify your negative thoughts. There's none of us that doesn't have negative thoughts. Circumstances, situation around will give you many things to think negative. Identify them. What are those things I used to think negative? List them down and begin to work on it. Number 6. Go to training, seminars, or conferences that can assist your thinking. Number 6. Go to training, seminars, conferences that can assist your thinking. This is one seminar. This is one conference. And I believe at the end of this thing now, a lot of people will get it right. I'm so sure. I know it may not be all of you, but at least I know some of you will get it right. It is good to attend conferences abroad, within, any conference, any seminar, any training that can assist you. There's nobody that they will give a gun to that they will not train how to use the gun. Wọ́n lè dédé káṣọ ọlọ́pàá síyàn lọ́rùn kan gbé bọ̀ fún láìsí pé wọ́n ti fún training. Wọ́n lè dédé káṣọ sójà fún yàn kan gbé bọ̀ fún láìsí pé wọ́n ti fún training. So, Lord, attend training. If it costs you money, please pay for it. You will get it. If it's going to cost you anything, please pay it. You will get it. I've been to several seminars, home and abroad, and in fact, these days there are a lot of seminars going on the internet, social media. You pay a little money and they give you the details, and it will help you. I think somebody is getting it right today. Yes. Are you getting me? If you are getting me, clap for Jesus. So please go to trainings, go to seminars, conferences. When they say they want to teach somewhere, rush there. And whenever they are teaching you, please take your pen, write down and record. When you get home, listen to what you recorded, and at the same time, listen to what you put down, because at times, what you use your hand to put down is difficult for you to forget than the one you just recorded. That's why it's not too good to record than to write. It's better to write. In those days, when they have not started selling handouts, those students that were taught via writing down, they will be dictating. I don't know if you have. They will be dictating. You will be forced to go and look at the dictionary to get the spelling right. When you get home, you will be busy. But these days, it's all about you put it up and say bye. Laziness. This is part of what jeopardizes our academics and education. Number 7. Put yourself in a comfortable environment. Number 7. Put yourself in a comfortable environment. From where? From your mind. Live in a cell or as if you are living in America. I want question, I will answer you. Live in any environment you find yourself as if you are living in London, as if you are living in paradise. From your mind, put yourself in a comfortable environment. Most of the things around us, most times, will affect our thinking. If you are in an environment that will affect your inner world, that is your mind, or makes you uncomfortable, there are things you can do to make your environment comfortable for yourself. Listen to music. Tó bá máa tó tọ́jú wèrè, tó bá fẹ́ kó rí wèrè kú. Is there can gbé television síbi tó ti máa wò, àbí kan gbé orin kó máa gbọ́ orin. Torí ẹ bá fẹ́ yí gbà mí táyé tí circumstances bá fẹ́ da orí ẹrú, tó bá fẹ́ fún ẹ ní 1 million reason láti ṣe kankan. Listen to some music that can boost your what? Your morale. Because that music is automatically sinking in your mind. And your mind and brain works together. And that's what is going to affect your physical body. Everybody might be like, kilo one share. And you see, kilo share. I'm a if you fail and people are castigating you that you're a failure, go back to the drawing board. Tell yourself, I'm not a failure. I don't just get it right this time around. By next time, I will get it right. Now come on. Go and study hard. So you can actually create a very comfortable environment for yourself. About it. Make your thought and mental health a priority. Make your thoughts and mental health what? A priority. What do I mean by this? Take care of your brain by getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. If you don't meet up in the night, cover up in the noon. Manage your stress and maintain a positive outlook on life. Make your thoughts and mental health a priority. Take care of your brain by getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And if you couldn't meet up in the night, cover up in the noon. Yeah, God will help people like us. Manage your stress and maintain a positive outlook of life. So ringba mi ti ayé bá fẹ́ sọ fún ẹ pé nǹkan dá lọ dé time. Only time. O ti ẹ̀ dé time. Lu ọṣọ tó dáa. Jáde ní ẹ̀kan ṣakọ ní títí kò kàn rìn lọ́kùnrin gbọ̀ngàn. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi àwọn àyè you dey I dey. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jókòó sílẹ̀ sínú yàrá ẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ fún ẹni pé ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Jáde pé kò tí bàjẹ́. Wọ́ṣọ tó fine jáde kan filapi. Don't care. Don't just sit down. So work on your thoughts. Tó bá dẹ̀ lọ tó bá bọ̀ tó bá rẹ̀ tó ló bá kọ́ ẹ̀ bọ́ sí yàrá jára sí òòrùn omi tútù sórí gbẹ́sẹ̀ kan síbí lórí má gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé àkànyẹ kó gbẹ́sẹ̀ kan sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ ọrùn káyé gbọ́ nílé kẹta padà tù ẹ̀. Praise God. Number 9. Surround yourself with positive minded people. This is key. Surround yourself with positive minded people. Listen. Your life is a reflection of whom you are working with. And that will affect your destiny. If you move with those that are smoking there, you will smoke. If you move with a prostitute, you will be introduced to prostitution. If you are moving with a drunkard, you become a drunkard. If you are moving with a champion, you become a champion. I'm telling you. Myself and my friend, we call ourselves in the morning. I don't have any other friend now. It's Ulualo. And he come and said, these are my plans in Lagos. I will come and meet you in Ibadan. When you finish with Mama Bola, I will be going to a lot there together. And I finished around past 4. He had been waiting for me for more than 2 hours. He couldn't reach me because I dropped my phone and I was ministering. And after that, I called. I will leave me back. So only okay, we meet you there. By now we got there. We are now discussing, and we actually discovered that most times when we have a burden on our brain and we needed somebody to tell, he will call me and say, and we actually observe that relationship is really helpful because we don't have time to discuss about anything today, about in fact, most times we call each other when we are not together to pray for anything Shubu to the day. We sacrificially pay for a lot of people to get to the top. And people don't know. We don't announce it. I know Shisha Daji to ensure that some people rise. Tabari don't saw anything like that. I know my pray for. Tabari don't feel better because I want money. They can't buy do a family. Because I want to answer the lower at Paris. That's why you don't mock anybody until you finish your race. Baba Yagan, wàhálà bàbá ti pọ̀ jù. Ibo ni wọ́n ti dé kí ló mọ̀. Ibo ló sì mọ̀ tó lọ. Ibo ló mọ̀ tó máa parí eré ìjẹsìn. Owó ẹni ọmọdé tó ní àgbàlagbà àbìdí pẹlẹbẹ. Sórí nǹkan tó mú kí ìdí àgbà pẹlẹbẹ yẹn á kàn wọ́n náà lọ́jọ́ kan. That is why when you see a leader or somebody above you, what you need to do is to be praying for them and encourage them. Don't add to their pains. One of my acronyms in life is that if you can't add to my joy, don't add to my pains. Please, leave me as you see me. And I won't add to your pains. Please, leave me alone. You can't do what I'm doing. You can't achieve what I've achieved. And you are condemning what I'm doing. I don't say I'm Mr. Perfect. I will make mistakes. I'm failing, but I'm failing forward. Ọ̀rẹ́ wo ló ní? Ipa wo làwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ní lórí ayé ẹ̀? Ṣé ọ̀rẹ́ ẹlẹ́jọ́ lọ̀rẹ́ ẹ ni àbọ̀rẹ́ àtẹni àbí ọ̀rẹ́ àtẹni síwájú? Ṣé ọ̀rẹ́ tẹ́jọ́ ń kàwé pọ̀ tẹ́jọ́ ń ronú ọjọ́ iwájú tó dànù níní? Àbí ọ̀rẹ́ tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn bàbá mi ò lówó, èmi ò tiẹ̀ rò pé màá pariwo ẹ̀ kì? Ṣé ọ̀rẹ́ tó rí into that life? Listen, I used to tell people that friendship is not by force. It's a choice. You choose who to friend, and you can choose to say we can't be friends. I have that grace to tell people I'm sorry we can't be friends. If you initially I will tell you I'm sorry. I'm a kid out. But with the kind of lifestyle I'm saying, we can't be friends. And before I say that, I must have tried. Timawari life is very influenced me negatively. So man can't reverse jar. But it's a roundabout lie. They are one in my feet because you are actually the reflection of the very first 5 people in your life. Irú àwọn márùn àkọ́kọ́ tó bá ń bá rẹ̀ àbí méjì àbí mẹ́ta irú ayé wọn ló máa máa gbé. That's why you must be careful whom you friend. All right. Number. Study the Bible and pray without ceasing. Study the Bible and pray without ceasing. Study the Bible and pray without ceasing. The book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things that are true, whatsoever things that are honest, whatsoever things that are just, whatsoever things that are pure, whatsoever things that are lovely, whatsoever things that are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think of these things. Think of these things. Philippians 4 verse 8 to 9. Please, ó dùn sọ lẹ́nu pé màá make it, but your word ló bá síbẹ̀ ò lè make it. Ó dùn sọ lẹ́nu pé báyìí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe, but your word ló bá sí nínú ẹ̀, wọ́n lè frustrate ẹ. Pray without ceasing and study your Bible. I won't do much on that. We are Christians. Number what now? Number 11. Live a gratitude and joyful life. Live what? A gratitude and joyful life. There are thousands of the youth today that are ingrate. Most of the things that the youth of today's are doing is like, it is my thing, it's my right, this thing belongs to me. For me, but in all your dreams, please pray. Ayeleo, ole nira, ko lóyún ara, kama jẹ kó bí. O lè ní gbogbo nǹkan lọ́kàn kó fẹ́ ṣe kán má jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣe fún ẹ. Ilé tó ti ń bọ̀ náà wà bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹni tó ń bá rìn wà bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn tó fi yí rẹ ká wà bẹ́ẹ̀. And the last point today to finalize this thing is what I call courage. Everybody say courage. Hebrew 10:35. Onímàgbé ìgboyà sọ̀rọ̀. O gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìgboyà tó bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí mindset yẹn. Àwọn kankan wà tó máa ń dẹ́rù báyìí, kò ní jẹ́ kó dẹ́rù báyìí. Àwọn kankan wà tó máa ń dàyà lọ́kàn òun, kò ní jẹ́ kó dàyà lọ́kàn òun. Wà á make sure pé iná ramification ó ní ìgboyà láti tẹ̀síwájú, ó ní ìgboyà láti ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó tọ́ àti tó yẹ kó ṣe. Whatever you want to do in life, please, I beg you, think, work on your mindset, work on yourself, and I'm so sure very, very soon, I mean very, very soon, you will get there in the name of Jesus. Amen. So the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. Think rich, think peace, think large, think joy, think happiness, and it will come your way. May the Lord bless His word in the name of Jesus.